Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to take a look at the Atari 12-in-1 cabinet from Arcade1Up. Now this one's interesting. It doesn't have joysticks like most arcade cabinets, but instead it has buttons, a trackball, and a spinner. Now the spinner is something that we're going to be discussing today because a lot of people don't like the spinner that came with the cabinet. And as you can see, as you go through the games, although it is functional, when you actually try to spin it, it doesn't continue to spin. Now take a look at the trackball that I have. It does spin for a little while. It's actually not that bad. Arcade1Up is addressing this issue by coming out with a replacement spinner. But was it too late? Because in the meantime, someone else came up with a drop-in replacement spinner, and this, I've heard, continues to spin and has much better gameplay. So we're gonna do a comparison and check and see what the games are like before and after doing an install. So sit back and relax, don't forget to subscribe, and let's do this! Okay, so the game everyone's probably wanting to see is Tempest. So let's take a look at that game. Now, as you can see, the game is functional. You can totally play it. I didn't play the Tempest games very much when I was a kid, so I didn't really have a good idea of what the spinner should feel like. And when I played the game, I just thought it was really, really hard. I'd play this game with my daughter, and she loved playing it as well. She thought the spinner was just fine. And then we saw some old gameplay about how people would just spin around like crazy. And I can tell you, that's not really something that you can do with the existing spinner. You see, trying to spin it, try to get over there really fast, and it just doesn't work. So let's go ahead and try this guy out. Let's unbox it and take a look at it, see how much better it is.
Alright, so let's go ahead and open this guy up, take a look at see what all parts we have on the inside. Very good, we got a manual. Ooh, a special note. Oh, there we go, Glenn's Retro Show, very nice. You can see, thank you for your pre-order. Very good. Okay. Alright. Look at that. So we have a bag, all our little wires and screws. Very nice. The actual top to the spinner it's very heavy. It's very nicely weighted. It's very good. All right, here we go. Yeah, looks very good. Premium quality. Alright, yep. I think that's everything. Alright, yep. See, that's where the little screw will go in. Looks good. Yeah. Put this in right there. Yeah, the quality. First impression, quality seems really nice. Now, of course, you're going to have to remove the control deck. You're going to have to completely take the 4 screws out and then remove the protective cover and then unplug the 40-pin cable. That is, of course, the initial step for all of this. Next, to get to the spinner, you're going to have to remove the 6 screws on the bottom of the control deck. This will allow you to gain access to the spinner itself. And as you can see, it's right here.
Okay, so the first step says to remove the original spinner. Looks easy enough. Do it. So that's it. It's all that spinning.
Alright, here's a mistake that I made, and hopefully you won't make it. This is only for the 12-in-1 situation.
It says this will work out of the box in the Arcade1Up Asteroids Deluxe, and the 12-in-1 unit. but a separate board is needed to use the spinner and the trackball at the same time. Cost is about $6.99 to $9.99. Available soon. So this is something I just realized and I just picked up. I guess I overlooked this. It's not a big deal. Until then, I'll just be playing the games on the spinner, and I won't have a trackball for a week or so until that unit comes in. It's okay. So now we're on to the next step. So we're going to install the new spinner. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and install this piece on the top. So as you can see, we want to get this nice and centered. There's 2 existing holes that we can put our screws into. Then it says we want to use 4 altogether, so I'll add in some more screws afterwards.
All right, let me tell you what I ended up doing here. So I used the existing screws in the existing holes from the Arcade1Up cabinet because they fit perfectly. The 4 screws that are included in the kit for the upgrade kit, they don't fit in the Arcade1Up holes. In fact, you're going to have to get a drill bit and make some pilot holes to be able to get those in there. So that's exactly what I did. It works out pretty good because you can use the existing screws to get that nice and centered and lined up. And from there, you just drill some pilot holes in the corner. Make sure you don't drill all the way through, and make sure you use the right bit that is for that particular screw. Just line it up against the shaft and make sure there's room for the threads. What I ended up doing is using a drill bit that's slightly larger just at the surface, and then a smaller drill bit that would drill through about half of the MDF, and that got the screw nice and secure in there. I could get it inside, and then I could screw it the rest of the way. So out of all of it, this is what took the most amount of time, was just adding in those 4 extra holes. If I had to do it again, I would know and be prepared that, it'd probably only take 5 minutes. I would have the right drill bit and be prepared to use those screws to center, and then add in the 4 extra screws. So if you're going to do this modification, hopefully this will save you some time. Maybe there's an updated kit with different screws. I'm not exactly sure, but this was my experience. I hope it helps. Okay, so included in the kit is this connector cable that you simply connect between the control deck and the replacement spinner. And it's pretty simple. Just make sure you have them connected correctly. They can only be plugged in one way, so just make sure it's faced in the right direction. So if you have a deck protector, don't forget to install the metal pad to make sure it's the right height. So I went ahead and put the deck protector on first. I wanted to make sure I didn't have to put the deck protector over the top of the spinner. It'd probably fit, but I didn't want to take any chances. So then you get this Allen wrench that's included in the kit. This one's a little tough. It takes a little bit of time because there's not enough room to be able to spin it. I did find a trick by kind of spinning it towards the edge of the unit. So that does work for a while, but then eventually you run out of room and you just got to take your time. And here is my first test. Nice. Knowing that I was going to have to take this all apart again to put that trackball adapter on, I didn't bother putting the bottom shell on, and I just went ahead and left the whole piece dangling there. I didn't think it was going to hurt any. So all you got to do is go ahead and put back that 40-pin connector, screw all your pieces in, and you should be good to go.
Okay, this really is the moment of truth. Oh, that's right, it's got a boot sequence. It'll take a second. All right. Woo! Don't you love that intro? Now, of course, the trackball is disabled right now because I'm waiting for that part. So keep that in mind, that if you have the Asteroids 12-in-1 and you want to get this replacement spinner, you have to both buy the spinner and the adapter that will allow both to continue to be connected. If you only have the Asteroids cabinet or the Asteroids Deluxe, those don't have a trackball, so you don't need that part. All right, so here we go. Does it spin? Is it a spinner? You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Look at that. So what's really cool is if you look at the page number itself, as you can see, it takes 3 turns to be able to go to another page. Spin that and you can just see that number move very nicely. All right, so let's play Tempest now. Ooh. Very nice. Look at that. Just spin. Oh, this is pretty sweet. It's a spinner! You get your spin on! Oh! Let's get our spin on! Oh! All right. There you have it. I'm not very good at Tempest, but with the right unit, I have something to practice against and get better and better and better. I believe this is how it was meant to be. It definitely feels different. It definitely feels like an improvement. The game is much more enjoyable with this spinner. It is gonna be awesome. When I have friends over, I'm sure they're going to have a heck of a time. Now, I did pick up the black spinner as well. I think that'll look nicer. That was about 10 bucks or so. And the adapter that allows the trackball and the spinner to play at the same time was about another $10. I think $22 altogether is what it cost for that little bundle. Yeah, no, I think that'll be nice. Look, you can even play with your index finger here. Works that nice. A lot of different options. Yeah. Can't wait to show my daughter. I'm sure she's going to be just absolutely thrilled. She's going to hate that the trackball is disabled for now because she really likes to play Quantum. But, you know, that's just how it goes. So overall, I'd have to say that this is that's pretty dang good, man. This is something definitely worth getting. Is it worth $50? Well, if you have this cabinet already and you don't mind spending the extra $50, yeah, absolutely get it. You know, what I've been thinking about doing is going ahead and picking up the new spinner that's coming from Arcade1Up, and I'll give that one a try, do a comparison, and figure out which one is better to get. I believe the Arcade1Up is going to be less expensive. Then this one might be considered a more premium unit for about $50, $60, depending on what package you're gonna get. But you know what? The Arcade1Up, the new one that's coming out by them, I also saw that they had one that was a spinner and a trackball replacement. As someone claimed that these are just the existing equipment. I think they're having issues with their website, and in fact, I do believe they're coming out with more premium products. They just had some issues with their whole fulfillment and getting the right items on their website, and they've taken them down and they put them back up and they take them down. I think eventually it's all gonna work out and we'll have some new premium products available on Arcade1Up.com that we can try out, and they may be pretty nice because I know they want people to purchase from them. They want to sell the higher quality components, but they're trying to save money on the actual units themselves. We know with Mortal Kombat and Final Fight that did increase the quality of the joysticks and the buttons. So that's a big improvement. So now I think they're circling back to these other units. They probably want to resell them again. I think this 12-in-1, we may see a Phase 2 version of it with the upgraded controls in it. Maybe they'll sell this deluxe cabinet for $399 again with all the updated controls. Maybe it'll be $299. That would be really, really sweet.
Well, that's all I have for today. Don't forget to mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and remember, do me a favor and hit that bell. It helps out the channel more than you think. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time.